Looks like we're live. Let me get the music going. Yep, that's live. I'll try to keep an eye on chat, but just bear with me if I don't see it. What in the world? VLC's doing it. Alright. So let's go to the Hubble Legacy Archive, and today we're going to do the Orion Nebula. Cesium 42. Let me know if matter of fact, I suspect that the music is probably too loud. There we go. That's probably good. Alright, now. I bet this one right here is the one I want. See this right here? This is the image that Hubble put out, or the Hubble team put out. And you can see just how crazy those colors are. And that's because it's in a false color, or where the red is sulfur, the green is mapped to hydrogen, and the blue is mapped to oxygen. Well, sulfur is red, yes, but actually so is hydrogen. So putting hydrogen in green actually makes the entire image a lot more green and yellow than it actually should be. Oxygen is actually kind of a blue-green. So what we can do, because there's not a ton of sulfur in space anyway, is just remove the sulfur and then map the hydrogen to red and the oxygen to both the blue and the green to make a HOO image instead of an SHO image. And there we go, we'll have it back in pretty close to natural colors. So real quick, let me show you one of my images. There we go, right here. And I think I've got one in here. Maybe I don't. Well, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, hang on just a second. Yeah, I'd like to show you this. So I'm going to turn off the display capture for just a second. Looking for one of my images. That I posted. I don't have them on my computer anymore because I moved, and when I did that I wiped my computer because it was just getting a little bit cluttered up. not sure where all of my images have gone, but I have found one that I did from a live stream at one point, so I can show you this. You at least get the idea anyway. So this right here is the actual coloring of the Orion Nebula. It's very red because it's almost entirely hydrogen, but there is some oxygen in there. So, and this was done with, actually, let me pull this up so I can see that telescope right there. Alright. So, let's get at it. I think the best thing to do, generally with these, and let me see if this is what I want. No, that's just a little section. It's not what I'm looking for. Color image. There we go. There we go. I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. So this says RGB, but I don't think that's quite right. So I'm going to go snag it. What you do is you put it in your cart, and you go to your cart, leave it as a zipped file because it downloads a text file. Then fetch HLA data, put it somewhere. I stand corrected. Do download sequentially, and then download it, and it's going to download that text file first. Wait a second. And it should eventually start downloading what you want. Come on. Bear with me. I did this just the other day. See, now they're making me look stupid. You can look at the recording of my previous stream. I just did this. See, it says it's going to be a 3.6 gig download, which is fine if I can just get it to download it. Let's try a different browser. See this, you should have got one of these. I don't know why it didn't on Firefox. It's just the browser being silly, I guess. Checking to see if there's anybody here. Just gonna loop the sound, I guess. Come on. Come on. Actually, I have an idea. If it's going to be that stubborn, we're just going to download these individual come on, don't do this to me. We'll do it one at a time. We'll do green, which is going to be the hydrogen. There we go. That's what I wanted. Wonder what this is. Yeah, that's another, like, just little piece of it. Because Hubble's field of view is very small, so that's why we have all these tiny little pieces of it. These right here are actually mosaics, so they've taken loads of images and put them all together. Just make sure this is what I want. Yeah. And see, Hubble is actually a monochrome. Its sensor is a monochrome sensor. So what they do is they put these red, green, and blue, or sulfur, hydrogen, oxygen, narrowband filters over the camera, and they take one image at a time, and then you do what I'm about to do here in just a minute, and you layer them on top of each other. Yeah, see, that's a lot dimmer because that's the sulfur channel, I think. I mean, I could be, I'm not entirely sure exactly which one of these filters is which. I don't know all of the codes, but I can tell you that those colors are not right. When I say not right, what I mean is not that they're fake, because the data is real, but that's not what they would look like. Still nobody in here. I guess I should probably share this, huh? So hang on just a second. Okay. Alright, so there's the green. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. That's interesting. They're really giving me some fits tonight, huh? I just want to see if we can view it. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, it's there. I'm not sure what the deal with that was. I don't know why ASI Studio can't open that. Whatever. Alright. So now we need this channel. And we're being stuck in the night. Come on. I'm gonna give it a second. I don't want to freak it out. It might freak out. Okay. No, I think we're good. All right. This takes a while even on fast internet because it's limited partially by how fast their servers are. Excuse me. So just for future reference, it looks like Google Chrome works best for this particular application, just to get that downloaded. You'll have to bear with me on the camera. Right now I'm actually using an old phone with a piece of software called Camo to view it. So that's why this watermark is here. But it's working okay, I think. I don't think it's awful. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump the mic. Just trying to move it a little closer to me so you can actually hear me. All of the music you're hearing, by the way, is free music that was posted by amazing people on YouTube who are happy to give their music away for free. So shout out to everybody who has their music out here, and you can see them all right there. That's partially why I have VLC showing, because I want to make sure that the artists who contributed their music are seen. Alright, now we've got our data we need, we can open our program. And I'm going to set a new working directory. We're going to do image processing, RGB compositing. In the red, we're going to go to downloads and grab what they said was green. Okay. And green. Downloads and snag the blue. And in green, go to downloads and snag the blue again. And right there already we have a more natural color palette. Close that. We're not going to have much to do here. Then what we'll do is we'll just zoom in and play around. We'll just look around. Let's see. Let's do just a basic histogram transformation, I think. Because we got a little too much blue. Now again, if you read my description when you clicked on this stream, you know that my whole purpose here is simply to process this data in such a way that it looks more natural, so that it's got more natural coloring to it. And by doing that, I hope to kind of curb some of the misinformation that goes around, where people think that all of these Hubble images are faked or AI generated. They're not. It's just that the Hubble team colors their images the way they do for scientific reasons, not for aesthetic reasons. I think I like that. I think I like that color balance. Just so you know, you do need a pretty chunky computer to have any kind of fun with editing Hubble images, because they're very high resolution. As a matter of fact, if you look right here where my mouse is at, when I put my mouse, you can see that it is almost 18,000 by a little over 15,000, which is some insane resolution. So that's why this is kind of chugging despite my computer specs. As a matter of fact, you can see right here just how much RAM I'm using. On that note, I'm going to close Chrome. That's probably not helping. Yeah, but it's not doing much. Alright. Quit fiddling with that. I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I would run StarNet on this to remove the stars, and so that I could kind of dim them down a little bit, but be honest with you, I don't know what that would do. That's a reflection right there. That's an optical aberration. Alright. What's that doing in here?
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top.
Alright. I kind of just want to save this. Just in case, for some reason, my computer crashes or something. And with such a high resolution image, that is entirely possible. So, alright, let's do. I wonder what's using all of my. So OBS, that makes sense. Yeah, Cyril's using over 16 gigs just because of all everything it's got loaded in here. All right. Actually, let's do maybe right here. Grab that. And let's do an inverse stretch. Oh, what happened? See, this is what I was talking about. There we go. All right. That's not using. Yeah, it's just where this data is so crazy. All right. A little more. you basically just have to expect that every time you do something, it's gonna almost crash. Something about that. Oh, it's because I'm stupid. Alright. Now we can do something with it. Oh my gosh. Maybe not. This might just be too much. We might not be able to do much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, that's what I wanted. Look at this. This is some crazy stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun just poking around this image, I think. A little more of that. Drink of water while it's thinking about it. You know what I think Cyril needs is a way to export a lower resolution version of the image to work with in real time. Save everything you did to it and then apply that after the fact to the original sized image, and that way you can do all of your changes without having to do that. But then again, I guess Cyril's not really designed to work with images of this size. Yeah, see, I lost everything I just did because it freaked out. Kinda sucks. What I'm trying to do right now is just dim down these stars a little bit right here, the trapezium right here, because there's actually another star in here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's another one in here, and I think it's right here. But these 4 stars actually are what's blowing out all of this cavity here, all of that's been blown out so you can actually see into this. Yeah, that's all caused by these 4 stars and 1 more. Come on. You can do it. Okay, alright. Wait, what we got? That's too much, really. What I want to do is... crap. I shouldn't have clicked that. Because now it's not going to come back up. Oh, it did. Okay, alright. Alright. I am guilty of underestimating Cyril. Though, honestly, it could just be my computer. Because even though I've got a pretty powerful machine with a Ryzen 5 5500, which is not obviously the most powerful machine you've ever heard of, but it should be capable of doing this. And maybe it would be if I wasn't also streaming. So what I'm trying to do right now is just bring the symmetry point up, which is, so we're bringing the brightest parts of the image down, but with that we're also bringing down these darker areas. See how I just changed that? And I want the darker areas to stay bright enough to see while bringing down some of these really bright stuff so we can see more in here. Excuse me. Come on, Cyril. Come on. There you go. I'm gonna apply that before we lose it. I'm not sure what all of this is doing to the stream quality, by the way, so if it's atrocious, I'm sorry. Nobody in here right now. All right. I'm pretty happy with that so far. All right. I think what we're gonna do now is export it from here. But then I'm also going to export it as a TIFF file, and we're going to see what GIMP does with it, because I'd like to do a little bit more curves transformations here and bring out a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to close Cyril. Look at that. Look at that. My computer breathed a sigh of relief. Alright. GIMP's probably not going to be too happy with me either. Keep it as this. See how much memory. GIMP, see, it's still loading. How big is this file anyway? Only 3.62 gig. Why is it using so much RAM? I couldn't tell you. Alright. Let's do colors, I think. And curves. Okay. I want a little bit. How much is in here in the dark parts? Quite a bit, actually. Okay, that's cool, but now these stars are really bright. There's that, see that star right there? I mean, that looks terrible, obviously, but there's that star. Maybe what we should do is do that, curves again, and then bring down the highlights like this. Okay. Too much. Just trying to balance this a little bit. I want the darkest parts of the image to be quite dark. We want a lot of contrast is what we want. Bring up the dark parts just a tish. Make this bigger so I can really get a good go at it here. I think we've made this a little too dark. Yeah, we've lost a little contrast there. Maybe. That would help. So I think what we've done is we've increased contrast in the dark areas and lost a little bit in the brightest areas. But that might be okay. That might be okay. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do it again. And how about we just do this? Oh, too much. There. Okay. Okay. Let's give her a little boost. See, this is the hard part about processing anything in the Orion Nebula, because this central core is just so bright. I'm just kind of flipping back and forth. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, let's see if there's anybody in here. Nope, nobody right now. Okay. Saving takes a second. Okay, this is going to take even longer because I'm going to export as that. Actually. Alright. You can see the size, just look at that. Okay. We're going to go to one more piece of software and then we're going to export this and just kind of play with it. Not sure why it doesn't have an icon, but that's okay. Or a thumbnail, I guess, is what I should say. Alright. So this has got some pretty neat tools. Local contrast, bam, look at that. Yeah, it's like magic, seriously. I don't think the local contrast has ever done me wrong. I'm just kind of, what I'm doing is I'm clicking back and forth. I'm just kind of looking around the image and seeing if there's anything weird that happens. No, I think it's good. Alright. Let's do anything with color contrast? No. See, I can't ever tell a difference there. Don't think there's no reason to denoise this because I don't see. Yeah, there's no noise to speak of in here. It's just so bright, and Hubble's such a big. And I'm pretty sure that they spent a long time looking at the Orion Nebula because of this stellar nursery right here. That might be all I really do here. Let's do. That's pretty nice, actually. The default that they added here. Zoom out so we can see the whole thing. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's look at this. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Okay. Can we? That's too much. Right about there, maybe. What I'm doing now is I'm just kind of zooming in and out and making sure that that's pleasing and not, extremely scientifically inaccurate anyway. Alright, I think that's pretty good. So we're going to save that off and just kind of look through it. Export that as a JPEG because I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and also it's just easier to look, get Windows, convince Windows to look through it. I'm going to do a PNG, so I'm doing quite a bit of compression on it, but we're leaving it 16-bit, and PNGs are reasonably lossless for the most part. It's not quite lost, but it's better than JPEG. So not lossless, just less lossy. Yeah, but it's starting to get like crazy. Yeah, it's not happy. Complete. I really probably should have been more. I'm leaving this stricken. Let's see.